I know that in your past you had some traumatic stuff happen with the business. The original show was owned by some production company, and then relationship issues at the same time, and you kind of had a spiral. And it led to some recovery and a new maxim, which is ownership, control, and leadership. How have you implemented that? First of all, how did you come to that?
Well, I didn't, because my whole thing wasn't to be knowledgeable about money, fame, and power. I didn't came to America to be famous, powerful, anything. I just came to learn so I can, go back to mom. And I love my dad, but we always talk about that way as Latinos, as mom, but meaning the whole family, and support her. Support them both for the later part of their lives. So I thought that everybody, has the same level of honesty, integrity, and loyalty to an idea. I didn't know that dishonesty part in Hollywood. I had no idea. I was raised by my grandpa as well, and he died when he was 105.
Wow.
So that kind of man, that kind of mind is your last Mohican kind of thing. Whatever he says is going to be done, and it's a shake hand, and that's it. And he'd rather die than do anything opposite of what he said. So that stuff doesn't work here. Here's all about the paperwork. Here is about lawyers. You better have a good pack of lawyers. And that Constitution that they're making you sign, it better be on your favor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you just kind of said, sure, TV show? I'll sign. Yeah, this looks great. I'll sign
because I manifested a TV show. I was first interviewed by the LA Times. And at the end of the conversation, the lady says, so what would you like to do next? I say, all these people are coming to you. I had a place in South Central, my first dog psychology center, and Nicolas Cage, and, it just came in and it's like, hey, in South Central. Dogs from Beverly Hills come to South Central to get rehabilitated.
I'm surprised to hear that.
That's right. So from the wealthiest place in the planet to the hood, the dogs, normally it's the other way around. You know what I mean? And so I said, well, we'd like to have a TV show. So I manifested the TV show way before producers came. But I had no idea. No idea about that.
So, of course, you just said, great, this is working for me, you sign it, and then a few years go by, and it's like, wait a minute, what do you mean I don't own this?
That's right. What do you mean I don't own my name? What do you mean my kids don't own their names? What do you mean I'm not an owner of this library? What do you mean I can't see the books? You know what I mean? So all of those things that you are totally unaware of, the show's in 120 countries. Why we're not getting any residuals? You know what I mean? It's like, oh no, it's on the red. How's on the red? It's 120 countries.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
You know what I mean? It's like,
so they were just spending money, like on these guys.
They were doing some amazing, terrible things that only a brain or the mind can do it. Because the instincts can do it, your heart can do it, your spirit can do it. There's no way your soul will let you do that. There's no way your heart will let you do that. There's no way your common sense will let you do that. Only your wicked mind, negative mind will go against honesty, integrity, loyalty.
Yeah, and it's just, that's one thing I never really understood. It's like if everybody's going really well in one direction, why screw somebody else over for an extra 10%? That part is always, even living in LA for as long as I have, New York for as long as I have, that I still don't understand when people do that. I still naively look for the best in people, and sometimes my wife or my producer, Jason, or other people, apparently your parent will do that. They'll go, hey man, what are you doing? You got to be careful. And I'm like, oh yeah, because I have to take a step back, because I too prefer to live in a world where possibly a naive world where people are going to do the right thing because it's better for everyone. But I'm
a man of values. I don't think I will ever give that up. I will never give up my honesty, my integrity, my loyalty. I will never do that. I didn't grow up in that place. My parents are not that way. My grandfather was not that way. The environment that I grew up was not that way. My role models that I admired so much, animals, are not that way.
Sure.
So I'm okay with the experience. Obviously, in the beginning, it was painful.
Yeah.
You get to experience fight, flight, avoidance. You get to feel this let down.
Not sleep for a couple weeks.
Listen, I already come from poverty, so it's not that I don't know how not to have money. I master that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I come from no money. So it wasn't about the people stole my money. It was about people not following honesty, integrity. That's what hurt me.
Yes.
You know, to experience humans at that level when they were saying, you know, that we're honest people. They're in. So I believe on that. It's that part, like that naiveness part, the good human being side of it. I'm never gonna let that go. I mean, it only made me more clear that I'm glad that I'm that way, you know. But definitely I went through some like very disappointed. I even make myself put myself in a failure. You know, I'm a failure because I didn't recognize those situations. But that was not in my role to recognize those situations, you know what I mean? But I blame myself for a little while. That's why, you know, tried to commit suicide and it didn't work. One of my biggest failures. You know, one of my biggest failures, not being able to kill myself. But, you know, when it's not meant for you, even if you put you in front of a bullet, as we call it in Sinaloa, it's not for you.